Hi everyone, do you know what is the meaning of halal?
Halal is used to describe anything permissible under Islamic law, in contrast to haram, that which is forbidden. These cover aspects such as behavior, speech, dress, conduct, manner, and dietary laws.
The objective of Halal Logistics is to segregate halal products from non-halal products.
The production and consumption of halal food has been traditionally the main focus of the halal industry. However, the concept of halal is not confined to food itself. Halal products and services also include cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, clothing, financial services, and logistics.
Category of user of the halal certification are
Halal Logistics may be defined as the implementation of Halalan Thayyiban principle across the supply chain. Halal Logistics or supply chain, to put it another way, is the process of arranging the movement of goods and information along the supply chain in line with halal standards. This means that all practices must comply to the Islamic law principle of Halalan Thayyiban from the source of supply to storage, transit, manufacture, handling, and distribution. The Halal Logistic is a methodology that relies on isolation rather than detection. Halal certification verifies that a product's ingredients are halal certified and that the premises are free of haram or non-halal products. It protects consumer from halal product and service preparation, distribution, and sale fraud.
These are the challenges of Halal Logistics.
The process of obtaining halal certification is time-consuming and complicated. All of this has shifted to Jakim's responsibility, causing uncertainty and making the process more complex. As a result, obtaining halal certification takes longer and disrupts business operation. Workers are unaware that the same instruments are used to transport halal and non-halal items. They are placing both things fairly close together for fresh goods. As a result, halal items will not be validated in accordance with the halal principle. This will also impress the Muslim buyer. The government-provided program is insufficient and irrelevant to their line of work because the government failed to provide adequate information on halal logistics. The enterprise will be unable to comprehend the idea. The business will perceive this as a waste of time and money.
These are the solutions from the challenges of Halal Logistics.
Making an application for halal certification will make the process smoother. It will also save money and time. This strategy will increase the company's confidence in obtaining the halal certification. Authorities must provide accurate information on halal logistics. This will help the employees understand about halal logistics. Ensure that all employees have received halal logistic training. Workers will know what to do and will not be confused about moving halal and non-halal commodities in place if they receive halal logistic training. The Ministry of International Trade and Industry, MITI, has devised strategy and is providing incentive to encourage halal trade and investment. This will improve the efficiency of halal logistics. Jakim must oversee all aspects of the company halal logistics, determine the halal status of the product at each stage and in each process by performing an official site inspection on the facility to examine how the raw materials halal status is maintained and handled at all times. Halal control activities and assurance activity in the halal supply chain involve three processes. Number 1, halal warehousing process. The term of halal warehousing refers to the level of customization and segregation in the warehouses as a result of the realization of the determination and readiness to stock only halal items. The warehouse has a tight halal segregation policy for the halal zone, pallet, carton box, shelf, and racks. The second one is the halal retailing process. To identify the halal process among stores in terms of the Malaysia Standard 1500-2004, a greater degree of conformity with Majlis Agama Islam regulation is necessary, concentrating on concerns such as the surrounding environment, employees, sanitation, and sewage system and equipment cleanliness. The third one is the halal transportation process. Before usage, the management must ensure that the transportation is clean to hygiene requirements. In the case of a box shipment, no mixing of halal and non-halal items on the same pallet or load carrier, and no mixing of medium and severnage in the same container or transportation vehicle. Territory packaging is necessary for a mixed shipment of halal and non-halal items in order to ensure the halalness of the halal products. The halal business has been recognized as the new engine of economic development all over the world. It may be seen in the rise of halal items in nations other than Muslim majority countries. Halal is not simply regarded as a religious classification by its adherents. The halal label denotes that the some commodity satisfies specific standard and are high of quality. Many nations have realized the relevance and potential of the halal market, and they are now fighting to be the leading halal product producer. It is also an attempt to fulfill market demand, which has risen significantly in recent years.
To summarize, the success of Halal Logistics does not rely solely on one organization. To have a healthy and successful Halal Logistics, support and collaboration from all stakeholders is required, including Halal Logistics Service Provider, Halal Authorities, government or government agency, Halal institutes and university, product or service manufacturer and customer.